Good morning. Or afternoon, technically. Well, no, it's 11:59, so still technically morning. Coffee. Yummy. I almost adjusted my settings to make it higher quality, because I think right now it's only exporting in 720p, 30 frames per second. So I was going to do 1080, but I figured I'd wait. Why not? What's up, Nick? Cement, Flat Ranger Operator. What's up, barrel buddy? Glad you made it in. Hope everyone's got their coffee. I finally have a cup. I didn't get to bed till like 4 in the morning last night. My goodness. PP says, man, I haven't watched you in years. Well, welcome back. Appreciate you dropping in to say hello. What's up, Jimmy's? Tina? Sins? Kristen Cripple? Alfonso? Yeah, Alfonso. Sunflower. Hey, it's me, Chelsea. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Wasted Potato, what's up? Raven, good to see ya. Hello from the desert of Arizona. Much love to you out in UK. Lisa, what's up? Good to see ya. Ayla, Moon, Sue, Hot Red, Michelle, Dawn, Creative Chaos, Sherry, Kat, Amanda. I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot of people, so if I miss you, I'm sorry. True Knox, Christina, Crystalline, Cripida? I probably butchered the shit out of that, man. Renee. Christina says in Vegas, what's up? Yeah, you're not too far from me. Hell yeah. Gina out in South Carolina, what's up? Good to see you. Jimmy's, yeah. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you enjoy it. It's kind of a newer thing I've started doing. What's going on today? Today, there's a video that I came across last night. It's like a press release of a dumb 911 call. I don't know if they have the 911 call in the press release, but they're explaining it, and my goodness, it is absolutely jaw-droppingly dumb. So we're going to check that out, and then maybe I'll record a new script, or, I'll give you guys a preview of the upcoming video. Just waiting on YouTube to approve that one. And then got another one I got to start editing probably today. And then just trying to get the ball rolling on everyone. So we'll have quite a few things going on. Not sure how long the stream will be, but got my cup of coffee in my nice mug. If you all don't have this coffee mug, it's actually one of my designs. I don't know if it shows it on the stream or if I have it linked, but it's linked in all of my videos. Oh, I don't think it showed up very good image of it. There we go. It's like a few skulls. It's pretty cool. Love that thing. Good morning, Bubbles. Butterfly, good to see you again. Angela, what's up? Creative, I think I already said hello to you. Nesbitt said, North Carolina, checking in. What's up, North Carolina? Good to see you. Des Moines, Iowa, Flower Power, 65. Love, Jesus. I'm sure that's Jesus, but I always say it, Jesus. What's up, The Flame? Good to see you. What up, Brittany, Jimmy? Good to see everybody in here. Love the mug. Oh, yeah, that mug's great. I love that. Got that design on some shirts as well, and a hoodie, all that stuff. More collabs coming soon. Yeah, I've been reaching out to people, so we'll be trying to get some more collabs coming up. It's been a long time since I've done them, so. James asks, have I ever thought about using my voice professionally? I have. I need to figure out how to dabble into, like, television and stuff like that, because I think it'd be great to do some stupid voices or actual narration for a TV show, or even just some random cartoon voices and some dumb voice I do. Yeah. Mount Airy, if you have heard of it. I have not heard of it. Oh, are you guys talking to each other? Okay, I was like, yeah. What's up, Plague Mama? Good to see you. Don't know if I caught you in the last live stream, but good to see you. Sun is shining here. Okay, so we got some people in here. Gave a chance for everyone to come on in. What's up, Javi? Good to see you. We like silly, dumb voices. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I do them all the time at home, but it's just weird when I'm in here. Like, even here, just it sounds different just because of how I have I wouldn't say soundproofing, but sound negating squares. And it changes it. So it's easier when I'm out there and I can just be like, oh yeah, welcome to your Maker Radio, and I can just be more natural. But in here, it sounds more closeted. Oh,
I love this voice a lot, though. This is one of my favorite voices. Or when I talk like that. Ah!
You know, I just, my wife hates it because I'll annoy the shit out of her. I'll take a song and just sing it in the dumbest voice ever. So, all right. So let's go ahead. Now we got some people in here. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, all that fun stuff. So there's a press release, and even the sheriff calls this guy like probably one of the stupidest people on the planet. It's hilarious. Some of you might have seen it. It came out like 4 days ago, at least. It's on a news channel. It's out in Florida. Everyone knows this guy, this sheriff, because he's always doing the press releases out there. So yeah, people love that. Plagued Mama, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, what's on the agenda, your maker? Perfect timing. I'm playing Bloodborne, and the Chalice dungeons are kicking my arse. LOL. Well, good luck with those. Hopefully you can make it through by the end of this. So we'll be, like I said, checking out this press release right here of just a very dumb couple calling 911. The reason they called 911, you'll find out, is absolutely insane. Probably read a script, or, you know, we'll check out the next video that YouTube's waiting to approve, all that stuff. So, hell yeah. Other than that, not too much planned. Just kind of go through some crime, take some recommendations from y'all for maybe upcoming things. I know I have a Melvin Rose I got to dig into. Someone recommended that. And then in my last video, someone recommended another case as well. So, yeah, because I don't hear about a lot of cases compared to everyone else around the internet. It seems like we got over 100 people in here, so 100 different heads. Probably heard of some crazy stuff. Chris J says, hi, your maker. Still have the flu. So glad to have a distraction again. Well, I'm glad you came by again, and hope you get over that. Man, that sucks. Last time I had the flu was probably 8-9 years ago. That's the last time I was sick. And I got it because I got the flu shot at work. They gave them for free. And I was like, okay, I'll get it. And then I ended up getting so bad I had to go to urgent care. And then the time I got sick before that was when I got the flu shot from work because it was free. Literally same job too. So I don't do that no more. Edisa says, came across your channel 2 days ago, and now I'm hooked. Brilliant and fascinating content. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy it. Plague Mama says, I think I know who you are talking about. Also, should cover poor Jeremy Renner. Maybe get some good to his name rather than people who are just happy he's hurt. It's gross. Not a case, but you were listened to. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I'll go through my chat after the stream. That's what I normally do, is go see any chat I missed as well too. But Lisa says, been there, done that. Yeah. Brittany says, your maker, did you hear about the 6-year-old little boy who shot his teacher? Happened in Virginia, I think. She lived, thank God. Oh, thank goodness she lived. It seems like a lot of kids are able to get their hands. I don't know why parents don't have them properly secured. I know there was another case. No, I hadn't heard of that, by the way. But I know there was another case of a mother. I believe she was on a work Skype call or something like that. And her toddler, I think it was one I covered on my video. In one of my videos, the toddler shot her and she passed away. And pretty much the dad came home right then and found the whole scene. And yeah, he got charged and all that stuff for having the weapon in a spot where a toddler could get it. So, man, that's crazy. I'm happy she lived. That's crazy. Especially with how often it seems to happen. People definitely need to secure their weapons more. R. Kaufman says, Skype, shot in the head, dad left gun out. Yeah. Yeah, you got to be really careful with toddlers, man. I mean, kids in general, you don't really know what they're thinking. Cat Haas, your maker is one of the first people on YouTube I sub to. He's always been amazing to listen to. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. Joseph said, worse than when I had COVID. All right. So I'm going to turn this on to screen capture, or display capture, I should say. And then hopefully it won't blast y'all. Do it right here. So I'm sure many of you recognize this guy. This is a press release from the W Florida News channel 8. But man, this is crazy. I was watching it because I just came across it last night. I even had to tell my wife about it. I was like, listen to this. I was like, I should actually look up a 911 call, see if I can find it or get my hands on it and just cover it in a video with just a bunch of dumb 911 calls where people are just stupid. But
okay, we need something light.
Let me make sure it's playing because I have it muted right now.
For a minute.
So I have that muted. I'm afraid if I unmute this, it's gonna freaking. Okay.
So there are times in
Sounds
this
loud as shit.
job and career that it has to be true because you can't even make it up. So let me introduce you to Martin Gonzalez Garcia. This guy is
I'm sitting here muting myself. I'm trying to ask you guys how the audio was on that, if it was too loud or too quiet. Was just curious, but we'll see.
not scheduled to be able to complete college as a Rhodes Scholar.
Okay, so get this. Okay, there we go. Let's see how that was. Fine, way too quiet. Okay, I'll turn it up more. Not a big deal.
All right. This guy may be like the dumbest person on the face of the earth. I mean, I'm just guessing.
I love how he just says that point blank. Like, this person might be the dumbest person on the face of the earth. And when he gets into it, yeah, it absolutely, it's crazy.
Thinking out loud,
And of course, this is Florida. It's like always Florida.
But on the 29th of December, at about 1:10 in the morning, we get an alarm at a Dollar General out in Poinciana. And we respond to the alarm and find there's been a burglary and a theft. So we start the investigation, and we have some video of the guy who breaks into the store. Well, the manager looks at this video and goes, well, I recognize that guy. I talked to him about a cell phone. He wanted a cell phone. Interestingly enough, there's a cell phone stolen from the burglary.
Yeah, this is just absolutely a crazy thing. I like I said, I just found it out yesterday, so I'm gonna look for this 911 call, and if not, try to see if I can get. I'm sure they probably released it with how he's talking about it. I actually didn't even finish this video. I got to just a little bit up here, and I'm like, no, this would be perfect to watch with everyone for the Crime and Coffee, or Coffee and Crime, whatever it is. I forget the name already.
And not only that, he asked about employment. I gave him an application.
Yeah, he does actually. I was seeing the comment. He does sound just like Dr. Phil, doesn't he? Holy crap. Yeah.
Well, not only that, I got his phone number. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I said? Somebody who's investigating go, yeah, I recognize that guy from the neighborhood.
So for those that might be coming in late, this dude, there's a robbery on the 29th of December. Right around holiday seasons, there's always a lot of robberies, home robberies as well. So make sure your doors are always locked. Always, but especially around then, even if you're home. But this was a Dollar General. So they get a call about a theft, go in, watch the security camera, and the employee's like, wait a minute, I know that dude. He wanted a phone, so I have his phone number. He also wanted a job, so I have his information. It's just crazy. And then it gets way better. Like, this is just them recognizing the person, but it gets way crazier.
So we look for him all through the night, and the night shift goes on. They come back to work that night. Now, look, I know, look, y'all look at me. I'm not drinking, okay? I'm not on intoxicating drugs. At 18:55 hours that night, we get a 911 hang-up. A 911 call. Did you hear that? A 911 call. I'm sober as most judges right now. We get a 911 call. Our deputies respond to Cardinal Street in Poinciana to a vacant house with a for sale sign in the yard. So we're checking the house. That's where the 911 call came from. The sliding glass door is open. So we go in and we check it out. And voila, there's Martin, along with his girlfriend, Alicia Ocaso, did the burglaries.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to say her name either.
Ashlis. See,
he even says it different right there. That's like me on some of the names when I'm recording. It's like, Ashlish, Aisha. I'll get it right one of these times, and somewhere I'll be right, and the rest will be horrible.
She confesses to her burglary that they're in the house, and here's what she said. I swear she said this. It's hard for me to even get this out. She dialed 911 to have a deputy come there to help them move their belongings and take them to the airport so that they could fly back to New York. That they don't like it in Florida anymore. Did you hear? Did you?
Now just imagine that. Just imagine being that dumb. You go rob a store. You already have been there. They have all your information. You obviously didn't wear a mask, and you have ears like Dumbo, so you can be recognized regardless. And I'm right there too. So I'm easily one of those to stand out. But dude's ears are even crazier than mine. And you get done robbing the place, get out of there. So you already know you're going to get caught for that. So you go back to your place that you were moving out of. And then your girlfriend calls 911 to ask them to help bring you guys to the airport, pack it all up and bring you to the airport. That is just absolutely mind-boggling. But it's amazing because it's people like this that make kind of even out the dark and the funny side of 911. Because, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard the other ones where people call 911 on themselves for being high or anything like that. This is probably one of the first ones I've ever heard where it's a robbery. Because I've heard him call 911 all the time, even just for a ride. There was a different one where a guy was calling 911 just because he knew the operator couldn't hang up on him. So he would just keep calling her and trying to get her to go on a date. And it was the funniest thing. And he did it multiple times. So he ended up obviously getting arrested. I think he called like 4 or 5 times, and they just kept saying, stop calling. You can't be asking her out. And essentially, they came and arrested him. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I know she's not gonna hang up on me," and blah blah blah. And it's like, bro, like, that would be the fun part about being a 911 operator, is being able to have calls like that. Obviously, it'd be drawn down in the whole dark side of everything, but man, that would be just absolutely amazing. So I do expect here soon to make a compilation. Well, not a compilation, but a 911 video, but focused on the crazy call, just the outlandish. You're like, what the hell were they thinking? Because they continue to happen, as we see here. That was 4 days ago. And as I said, in Florida. It's always Florida. But man, that's amazing. Kristen says, we need to hear that 911 call. Yes, we do. I will definitely be looking that up. I wonder how long it, what were their names? Again, I don't remember. I'll click the story real quick. Let's see. I wonder if we could find it and just listen to it here. They had to have released it, right? Because otherwise it's a matter of trying to get it. I want to see their actual names so I can just look it up. Aisha or something like that. I assume I'd say it wrong. Let me see if I can scan back and get the names. At least the first dude.
So let me introduce you to Martin Gonzalez Garcia.
Martin Gonzalez Garcia. Oh my God, yeah, I would have never been able to get her name either. It's Ashaliz? It's spelt Ashializ. And then it's Ralden Asquiaso. Something like that. There's the press release. Oh, How would they not have released it? So they're waiting for someone to just request it, I assume. So we might have to try to get into that. But there's got to be... I'm checking a few different articles right now. Sorry, I'm trying to see if they already do have it. Blah, 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 blah. Everything just links to the press release. I wonder if he does say it, because like I said, I didn't go too far.
To not enforce the law.
I don't think so.
So...
I know it was a 911 hang-up.
Not sure.
That's what he originally said, but I wasn't sure if they called back. So that might be why we can't find it. But he did say it was a 911 hang-up, so maybe there wouldn't be a call, but that would still be hilarious if there was. Because I know there's like that one of the dude who's high as hell, and he's driving or something like that, and it's off of weed. He smoked a bunch of weed or ate edibles or something like that, and gets paranoid, thinks he's being followed, pulls over, and then calls 911. He's like, all right, enough with the games. Just pull me over. I know you guys are following me, and I got weed, and I'm high, and blah, blah, blah. And operator's like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I know you guys have been following me. I keep seeing the unmarked police cars driving by me nonstop, so I know you guys are all around. And it's just like, okay. So he walks the police to him. It was freaking hilarious, man. Amazing. That would be a great one, too. But I know a lot of people have heard that, probably. But not on my channel, I guess. But that would be amazing. Kristen says, if you don't have that one, you should try to find the 911 call about the guy who asking the dispatcher on a date. Yeah, I'll have to look all those up, because that one was another crazy one. I don't remember if I don't think I covered any funny ones. I've come across quite a few, but I've just never done them. I read dumb as I said that. That's why I said dumb. It says, I love dumb criminal stories like Scott Reek, Dumb Criminals of the Week. I don't know who Scott Reek is, but yeah, I love hearing those dumb criminals and stuff like that. It's so funny, and it's satisfying at the same time. Sin says, my cousin was a 911 operator for 20 years. She said they always got a lot of funny calls, a lot about drunk, naked people in public. Yeah, I would think that would probably be the majority of it, is indecent exposure and people being drunk and disorderly, or DUIs. There was one time I called 911 because I forget where we were going. We were going somewhere, and we were on one of the back roads, but right next to the highway. And I'm behind this dude, and he's in a little blue pickup truck, and my wife's with me too, and we're sitting there at a light, and then it turns for us to make a left turn, and this person just starts going so freaking slow. Like it was like comedically slow. And I'm just right behind him, and I can see everyone else at all the other lights is just looking at us like, what the fuck is going on? Because this guy was like going crazy slow. So I'm following him. He keeps going the same way I'm going, and he starts swerving a bit, and the speed's erratic. And I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure they're probably drunk. I even had my wife start paying attention too. And so we get up to the highway, and I'm like, okay, they're definitely drunk. They almost sideswiped someone. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to call 911. Called 911, and I'm still cruising, and as I'm on the phone with 911, we get off of the highway, and we're going down by a bunch of restaurants, so it's a really back road type of thing, and I'm letting them know, I'm like, yeah, I'm behind him, this is the vehicle, blah, 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 this is where we're going. They're definitely drunk, and by that point where I was like, they're definitely drunk, she's like, well, how sure are you? And by this point, the dude had completely gone out of our lane and slowed down so much, we were like side by side, cruising on this kind of thing. Like I ended up having to stop for a while just to get him to go back up because he was just so erratic. And then he turns off to an Italian place or something. I was like, well, he's just riding next to me in the opposite lane. And they're like, well, you're not following him, are you? And I was like, no, this is the road to get where I'm going. And don't know if they ever did catch him or anything. I left my number in case they needed a witness, but I actually didn't have a dash cam at the time, but now I do. But yeah, that was a very interesting time. That was one of the few times I've called 911. And then the other one, too, was, like a year ago. And we were on the road, another freaking thing. It was Dirty. I don't think there is a 911 call. I think it was just a hang-up on that one. Unless you were talking about, like, that weed one. I could probably look that up. But the other one, so we're cruising, and we're at a stoplight. And this time we're on the highway, and there's a guy in front of me in a brand new Charger, paper plates and everything. And it's a really busy day, and we're right behind him. And I'm telling my wife, I'm like, I'm not gonna follow this guy. Like, you hear him revving his engine, blah blah blah. So the green light hits, and sure enough, hits his gas, completely freaking fishtails, and goes straight into the oncoming. So here's the other people waiting on the other side. He goes through the intersection, almost sideswipes all these people, does a complete 180, and is just sitting there staring at me. And I'm like, holy shit, dude. Very happy I didn't go. I know he almost hit the person that was next to him, and then also all the vehicles over there. And I don't trust people on the road, man. People are crazy drivers. Dirty Bird says, I'm very sick. I got to go to the doctor today. Well, I hope it's nothing too serious. Best wishes. Get some vitamins. Stay hydrated. All that stuff. Kat says, I never call 911. Just local police station. Yeah, that's usually who I'll call. But if it's just me driving or don't have time to look up the local police number, I'll just do 911 so it's safer. So I'm not trying to hunt a number and all that shit. Plus, when it's something as pertinent as a drunk driver or someone actively in the opposite lane, yeah, I think that warrants an emergency. But there's been other times where, like I saw a fire outside our house one time, and I was like, okay, I might have been called in. So I called in. There was a house fire or something like that, an RV fire, and just called the non-emergency number and chatted with them. Glad I did because, yeah, they'd been getting calls for an hour, and I guess they just got on scene, so. Mine Crime says, I saw you in VR yesterday. Oh, did you? Nice. Had to have been in poker, I assume. I played poker for a bit and some slots. The slot machines are where I actually made some chips. I was down to I started the day at 400,000, then I was up to 7 mil, and now I'm at 3 mil. But, yeah. It's someone's birthday. Who is it? Happy birthday, someone. Chandrika? Happy birthday if it's you. I believe it's you. I see everyone tagging you. All right, let's see if we can find that one, because, yeah, you guys would love that. This one is probably even already on YouTube. Yeah, okay.
Everybody.
Okay. I mean, you guys don't even need to really see it. You can just listen to it. So this, I hope, is the one I'm talking about where dude calls 911 on himself because he's too high and thinks he's getting... Or maybe is this a different one? No, this is a different one. I guess we'll listen to this one too. Fuck it.
What is your emergency?
I need help.
And what's the problem?
I'm too high.
You're too high?
Yeah.
What'd you take?
I can't feel anything.
Your what?
I can't feel anything.
Okay, what did you take?
Weed.
Weed?
Yes.
Okay. What's your name? Is there anyone there with you?
Yeah, they don't know.
Okay, how old are you?
22.
Are they going to be able to answer the door for us?
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, we'll send an ambulance right over to check you out, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that was not the one I was thinking, but man, imagine being so high you call the cops on yourself. Man. Especially on weed, too. I could understand other things. Those can warrant an actual emergency, but I guess people who don't know much about weed could get really scared. Stay random. Welcome to the membership squad. I appreciate you. Much love. Hell yeah. Oh, actually, I need to share the audio for the next video for the members as well. Patrons already have the audio. I got that up. Video is trying to get approved on YouTube right now, but I'll get that audio up so that way today you guys can listen to the next 911 video. I've never heard of that stuff your ma says. They said, I like the 911 calls for violent house cats. I have not heard of that one at all. I am so curious now. Yeah. I'm going to have to look that up here. That one was a police. This one was a police officer. I remember this one too. This police officer. stole marijuana from
Excellent.
one of his stops or something like that. And then him and his wife got really high, and then he called 911. This was a cop. This was a cop, by the way.
I think I'm having an overdose, and so is my wife.
Overdose of what?
Marijuana, but I don't know if it had something in it. Can you please send rescue?
Do you guys have fever or anything?
No, I think we're dying.
Okay, how much did you guys have?
I don't know, we made brownies, and I think we're dead. Time is going by really, 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 really slow.
I think we're dead, dude. I think we're dead. I'm just gonna call it. I'm a police officer. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Oh my god. Yeah, there's so many like that where people do that kind of crap, and it's like, bruh. The teacher that put edibles in the kid's grab bag. See, that kind of shit's messed up. Like, if you're drugging someone, that is super messed up. But if you consumed the marijuana yourself and got that messed up, that's pretty funny to me. I'm sorry. And that's just because it's not like a different drug where you can just OD, you know? But it's just so freaking funny. Where is that one? Oh my god, there's so many 911 calls on these different ones. This one's another Ohio call, and the guy calls to complain that the cops stole his weed. What if it was the guy who just got high off of it too? That would be hilarious. That is fucking funny. I'm trying to find that one still. I'm gonna see if I can narrow down. This one's Idaho. These are a couple drug dealers that called the cops on themselves.
To authorities.
Hi, we're the two dumb that got caught trying to bring stuff through your border, and all of your cops just driving around with like a bunch of jack wagons. I just would like you guys to end it. If you could help me out with that, we just like to get on with it.
You got caught doing what?
According to authorities, Leland Ayala Doliente and Holler
I hate when they do that.
were using marijuana during
Bro,
their
no one
trip.
fucking cares. Let us hear the call. If you're gonna do it, just explain the whole story.
They were not doing.
And yeah, a bunch of your cops drive around in a bunch of civilian cars, just not wanting to pick us up. I don't know what's the deal. I was just wondering if you could help us out and just end it.
Bro, this is
Okay,
amazing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe call one of them. I don't know. It's getting cold out here, man. I just want to get warm and just get on with this whole thing. So.
Okay. Where are you at right now? Do you guys have any like guns or weapons or anything on you at all?
We don't have any of that. Sorry with that. Just a bunch
Okay, cool.
of snack and stuff. So.
I just want to make sure that they're just curious. So.
Yeah. We tried walking away from the car a couple of times, and it didn't work. We tried waving them down, it didn't work. So I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, I do have one of my marked units. He's on his way over there, so he said he's on his way to meet you. So.
All right, thank you.
Police say when they
Man, that is amazing. That is like one of my favorite dumb 911 calls. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. You know, we smuggled drugs over. We know you guys caught us. You know, just end it already. Come get us. And just imagine they're high as shit, just waving at all the cars. Come get us. I'm surprised they didn't have someone else call 911. Hey, there's people trying to flag us down on the side of the road by the border. What's up, Lizzie? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Kristen says, of course, Idaho. That's my home state. I know. It's funny how a lot of these are from Ohio and Idaho. I'm Drifter. I didn't realize that was a police officer the first time I heard it. Makes that call so much better. Exactly. You know, steals weed from someone that he confiscated and then just gets so high with his wife that he's like, I think we're dead. We're dead. Allie Loves You All says, I love your videos. I'm in Ohio. Much love. Cherry, what's up? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Heather Maxwell. Lela, what's up? Brittany, I think I said hello to you as well. Yeah. Oh, Becky, what's up? Good to see you. Trying to go back and see if there was anyone else I missed in the chat. Cute Girl 1620. Your maker, I love your videos. You seen the two argue with each other? I suggest you watch one where there was an orange and a white cat and a black cat arguing. It was so funny. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. That sounds pretty damn interesting, honestly. Having 911 called over cats. Creepy Clown Girl, thank you so much. Says, great channel and content. I appreciate that $2 super chat. Much love. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Ashley says, I love your voice. Thank you. Glad you enjoy it. How's our cat doing? Doing good. We have 2 cats. One cat, fat cat. He's a big boy. He has asthma. He's good. Tigger, he's the diabetic. He's still been in remission, so he's good. In fact, he was trying to get in this morning, but I don't let him in here with the pups. Well, he can come in. Thumper can't because Thumper likes to eat plastic. So he will eat everything. It's crazy. Mystique, what's up? Good to see you. And Abby, I'm in the school pickup line and I'm cackling. Oh, I hope your family's doing wonderful. Much love to you all out there. Glad I could, for once, maybe put a smile on your face. Pretty different than my normal stuff. And Leela's like, hey, diabetic kitty. Yeah, it was scary. He was almost dead when we found out. His levels were up to 650, and a normal cat should be at like tops 120 or something like that. So he's very lucky to be alive, and he went into remission. We found him within a day of it, him being weird, being really lethargic. So he was on insulin for like a week or 2, and then he's been in remission for over a year now. Niecy Weesey, good to see you. Thank you so much. Says, warm regards. Glad you made it, Niecy Weesey. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Cheers to the coffee, if you're having coffee. If not, yeah. This is actually only my first cup. I woke up very late today, so. Leela says, oh, sweet baby. I'm glad he's okay now. So am I. He's a cutie. Actually, I'll go grab it. Here is the diabetic baby. Yeah, well. Oh, baby boy. He doesn't like to be held like this, especially. The way he really hates to be held, he really hates this. When you hold him like a little baba. You okay, Tingle? Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. He got stuck on my shirt with his claw. Now he's going to be happy. He's going to... Well, actually, he might leave because I brought him in here. Normally, he'll explore the room. No, he paused for a second. But yeah, he's a cutie. Went out, Bubba? I'd bring Fat Boy in here, but I don't want to put him in an asthma attack, so yeah. Yeah. Golden eyes. Yeah, he's a cutie. It's weird, too. During the day, he doesn't like to be messed with at all, you know. But in the mornings and at night, he will not leave you alone. He wants love. He will be over there just constantly headbutting you in your arm till you're petting him. And he is the cutest little bug. It's great bug. Bug-eyed boy. Kim, what's up? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Hope you're having a wonderful day. What Funko Pops are those? Have a couple of these. These are the Crow. The Crow Glow. Got a couple of those. I'm not going to show like every single one. This is a Gus Fring, for those of you that know Breaking Bad. It's signed as well, and you can see his face. Here, let me bring it up so I can actually see it real time and make sure. Okay, there we go. Signed Gus with half his face blown off. JSA certified. This one is my personal favorite. This is Freddy Krueger. It's a chase. It glows, so his face glows and everything. I'm going to send it off and have him assign it. This one's pretty rare. And of course, for all the horror fans out there, can't have a collection without The Creep. Also glows in the dark. It looks so wicked when it glows at night because it looks like super grainy, so you can almost see the pores and everything in it. But yeah, that's awesome. And then a bunch of other stuff. I mean, I got like a signed pink Power Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson, JSA certified as well. We also got Jay and Silent Bob up there, and then my wife's Cheshire Cat Chase. This was one of the recent ones that came out. And then, yeah, a bunch of different ones. I got all these different ones. Pennywise, Michael Myers, Chucky. And these are all blacklight. Elvira. Got pretty much the whole set of the blacklights as well. And then a bunch of other stuff, not even worth pulling it all out. I'll have to do a stream one time where I just show people. Because I got a bunch on the back too. I don't know about a bunch, but like I even have a Britney Spears son. What? Those are the back side. The bottom shelves have more of it. There's just more here. Like I got the Noid Britney Spears, Casey Jones, Alfred E. Newman. This one's a pretty cool one. This one you were supposedly only supposed to be able to pick up at Disneyland in person, but I got it online on the Funko website. So that's pretty cool. That would be the bulk of the collection for the most part. Well, I mean, we got a bunch too, but yeah. Britney Spears. Okay. She is one of my favorite ones. I actually didn't even buy Britney Spears. So the site we watch, people stream and do live auctions, but they also do giveaways. So my wife won a giveaway. And I'd been telling her I wanted a Britney Spears for a while. And there was one I was going to pay like $5 for, but I'm like, I don't want to pay more than that. So she won a giveaway, and this is what showed up. And she just laughed and just handed it right to me. She's like, this is yours. Because I love Britney Spears. Not like a psycho fan, but no, I definitely enjoy her music. I know a lot of people got teased for it as a kid, but I didn't give a fuck, dude. I liked some Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears. I mean, I could probably sing a lot of her songs. Shakira, loved Shakira. Christina Aguilera. Yep. So, I'm super excited about the Britney Spears. Yeah, I'll now that I'm doing more actual on cam, I'll change my settings for next stream. Right now I'm just exporting my stream at 720p, 30 frames per second. So I'll boost that. I can go up to at least 1080. That's what the camera does too, but I just don't have it up there. Spice Girls, yeah, they had a couple bangers. Same with TLC, you know. Brittany says it looks nothing like her. I don't know. I think it kind of does, but I mean, it's hard to really do that with a pop, you know. I do think that Silent Bob looks great for looking like Kevin. Still want to get this signed as well, but Silent Bob. I have Jay as well. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I mean, like I said, we do have the whole, well, not the whole. We need one Chase Candyman. We have a bunch of, these are all the Candyman collection right there. Those three right there. My wife started collecting those. Then we have a bunch of the Disney villains, all that stuff. Pokey says, glad to see you once again, your maker. Welcome, Pokey. Good to see you, brother. Hope you are, well, sister, I call everyone brother. But hope you're well. Dirty Bird says, I can't breathe and I have to drive to the doctor. Oh, man, be very careful with that. I don't know if it's feasible to get like a ride from someone, but yeah, be very careful with that. Brittany says, now that looks just like him. It does look great, doesn't it? They did a wonderful job. Same with Silent Bob. We actually have Blink 182. We have a 3-pack of them, and they're all naked. It's the funniest thing. Like we took them actually out of the box, and you just see their butt cheeks and everything. One of them's even got a tramp stamp. It's freaking hilarious. Love it. Yeah, we actually just started collecting. Now it's probably been... Actually, let me look. I can look real quick because I have it all. Pretty much the 12th of December, so almost a month. And we have, I'd say about 100 pops. Yeah, I'm not going to go into the rest of the details about them, but yeah. Definitely kind of splurged a bit, you know. Really wanted to see the Candyman ones. You can see them. I mean, we're just chilling right this second. See what that is. Oh, sorry. It was a email from YouTube, so I'm like, oh, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me I got demonetized, because that was how I found out last time, was on that kind of thing. But no, just other things. Okay. So, Candyman. Get a little closer so you can see the details. Damn, that light is unforgiving, isn't it? This one, he's got bees all over him. So yeah, those are the Candymans. And then my wife's also got like her Beauty and the Beast and Belle, or all her princesses, Pocahontas. She's got Pocahontas as well, all that stuff. Hot Red said, oxygen deprivation is not something to play with. Yeah, you got to be really careful, especially the shortness of breath. I don't know if any of you follow Mr. Creepypasta, but he's been posting on Twitter. He just got out of the hospital. He went in on like the New Year or some shit like that, like the 1st or something, and he had shortness of breath, and it ended up being like his heart rate was crazy high. Now they're trying to reverse heart and possible kidney damage. Like it's gnarly, and it all started, he thought he just had a cough, you know. So definitely get it checked at, Dirty Birds, sooner rather than later. Even when I was a kid, I almost died of pneumonia, and I thought, you know, it was just like a really bad cough, because I'd be totally fine during the day, but then at night, like I would wake up and I'd be crying. I couldn't breathe or anything like that. And then my mom brought me to the hospital, and yeah, they said had she waited like a day or so, I'd probably be dead. I was in the hospital for a long time. Like even my whole 3rd grade class all wrote me letters to get well, and I was getting candy from a bunch of people, but I couldn't eat it because I was in the hospital and I wasn't allowed solids. And oh man, when I'd vomit, I just remember like this weird stringy, like it was gnarly, crazy. My arm hurt because I had an IV in there. It hurt so bad because it was in there for so long. It was gnarly. But yeah, always get something like that checked out. Dirty Bird says, me too, pneumonia. Yeah, definitely cannot joke around with pneumonia or anything like that. Heather Maxwell says, you ever collab with Mr. Ballin? I think he's pretty busy right now. I have reached out, so if he ever does free up in time, but I know he's super busy with everything going on. So he does know the offer's there if he ever wants to break in, but dude is very busy. And yeah, he doesn't just ignore, you know, he responded to me about it too, so totally respectable dude. Maybe in the future, but we'll see. You know, dude's on the hustle. Dirty Bird says, no, I have no money for ambulance. I know, isn't that the crazy thing? That the ride is absolutely insane. Yeah, just be really careful if you're driving yourself. Seriously, I don't know if you can swing an Uber or something like that, but that might even be better. But yeah, just be very safe if you do. Okay, so lady says, I'm on a loud bus. Well, hopefully you can still hear us. Allie says, I'm recovering from pneumonia as we speak. It's horrible. Yeah, I hope you heal up soon. Yeah, that stuff is no joke. That's why I really shouldn't be a smoker. That's what the doctor told me as a kid. He's like, don't ever be a smoker. Your lungs are already weak. And then I wasn't until I was. I was a super goody two-shoes as a kid. Wouldn't drink, wouldn't smoke cigarettes, didn't want to try it, denied it. And then frickin' something happened. I was just like, okay, let's do it. And yeah, fun. Stuff says, hey y'all hear about New York law about kids 12 and under? No, I have not. Ali says, you can pay medical bills, ambulance, like $5 a month if you need to. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't ever deny yourself. Like, your life is worth more than that. And they do have payment plans. And if you're very low income, there is ways to actually even just have it taken off, stuff like that. So just don't ever risk your life because you're afraid of a bill. As much as it sucks, yeah, but not worth the risk, you know what I mean? Lady says, I also narrate horror stories. Well, hell yeah. Best of luck in that. It's a fun thing to do, that's for sure. Cherry says, I've got a kidney infection. In bed. Well, I hope you heal well. Sounds like a lot of people are having some rough health issues. Dixie says, please put those cigs away. Yeah, I should. Yeah. Wasted's like, I smoke cigarettes because I don't drink. I smoke a lot more cigarettes when I drink. It's like a weird... It's like, oh, I'm drinking. Well, shit. Now I'm going to, chain smoke. Kids under 12 will not be held liable for any crimes in New York. I don't really know how I feel about it. I mean, I guess for the most part, that's kind of how it is right now, I believe. Well... Maybe they're meaning all of it's going to fall on the parents instead of them being treated as minors, but that actually wouldn't make sense then. I don't know. I'd have to look into it more. Kristen says, I quit smoking 2 years ago. Hell yeah. Kim's like, I've been telling you to quit for years. Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me to quit over the years. But, yeah, I usually quit pretty well, but my wife, when it's around me, I just keep going. Like I'll quit for a while. And then, I'll just be in the car and she'll have a cigarette. I'm like, I'm going to just take a puff. And then full on right back into it within a couple days. So, yeah. Someone's like, menthol is gross anyways. Yeah, I'm not a fan of menthol. I think maybe once every few years I'll have a menthol cigarette. I do actually have a few cigars, too, because just out of nowhere, I'm like, oh, bro, cigars sound real good. But you don't really inhale those, but... I got a chocolate one and all kinds of different flavors. I'm like, oh, that's going to be so good. Yeah, and a lot of you, if you guys are looking for even more horror content, you can check me out on the Chilling app. Got a bunch of stuff over there, like a bunch of stuff. So you can click the link in the description, check it out. My Patreon page as well. I think that's in the description, not really sure. But got some stuff over there that's pretty cool. Yeah. You'll have to quit when you two can do it together. Yeah, we will. She's one of those ones that gets very, very upsettable, agitated, on edge type of thing when she doesn't have nicotine. It's crazy. For me, I don't know. It's I don't know. I just get busy and don't worry about it. And it goes away pretty quick and I stay distracted. But, man, nope. Oh, excuse me. I've been trying to hold that in forever. Give me 1 second. Oh, shit. Knocking my pop over. Oh, no. I think that was Jimi Hendrix. Motherfucking Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. Be right back. Let me blow my nose real quick. Okie dokie. Where's wifey? She's in the living room. I just saw her out there right now. Dirty Bird says, I gotta go get my husband. Thanks so much. I'm gonna be at the doctor in 30 minutes. Well, I hope you get good news. Hopefully it's just something minor and you just gotta get over it and they'll give you some medication that'll help with that. So much love and hope you have a speedy recovery. All right, so what we will do is, since you guys have been sticking it out with me, I will give you guys, I'm trying to see real quick. I'm going to let you guys get a preview of the next video. Yeah, the next video is actually a couple different kidnapping cases. Hello. Sorry, I'm trying to open it in the right tab. Man, I wish we would have found that 911 call, the people that called the cops on themselves. Hello and welcome. Okay. When will that be uploaded, your maker? I'm not really sure. I guess it depends on when YouTube approves it or not. It's been in review for well over a day. So we'll see if they approve it. And if so, then it'll be pretty soon. If not, then I'm going to have to try to make some changes and re-upload it again. And yeah, I already have the next video after that one recorded. I just need to edit that down. And then, yeah, I want to find some scary stories. I want to do some true scary stories or something like that as well. Chris J says, you literally have the most wholesome community. You know, we really do have a great community here. Everyone's pretty chill and sticks up for each other, so that's pretty nice, you know. Nessa Kai says, finally made it to a live stream in time. What's up? Glad you made it. Hell yeah. Karen says, good morning from Australia. Good morning out there in Australia from the deserts of Arizona. Hell yeah. Take care, Dirty Bird. Wishing you the best. Lady says, did you know I'm completely blind? No, I did not, but I actually have a lot of people that listen that are blind, so that's super cool. Alright, so what I will let you guys do is, I'm trying to think of which one I want to let you listen to, because it only features 2 calls. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the second one. The second one, and then I won't make you guys listen to the whole 911 call, so you can listen to it tomorrow. Because I think they are both about the same amount of time. All right, we'll do the second one, and then I'll skip some of the 911 calls, so that way something's new tomorrow or whenever it does actually make it out. So yeah. Okay, what are you apologizing for? I didn't know. What's good, Alan? Any thoughts on the Idaho case? You know, I still really haven't followed it at all. I know they had caught him and stuff like that. I know 4 college students were murdered by someone, and that's really all I know about the case. I have not actually jumped into it. Or use a screen reader. Oh, you use a screen reader. Oh, hell yeah, that's cool. I've seen a lot of those in work, and it's like, man, that is so crazy how we've come that far in technology where you can actually get around without being able to see, you know? Okay, so let me get the okay, try to turn my camera off. Display caps. How long? I know the 911 call is pretty damn long. Okay. Trying to think. I mean, this one is a crazy one too. Let's just do this one. I'm thinking this one, because even the 911 call is kind of short on this one. Just do me a favor though. If you catch the video when it comes up, watch this again, please. It makes my video horrible if someone leaves within the first 30 seconds. It will actually derank me horribly. So this is a big risk, because if you guys click this and then you watch that first one, or don't watch the first one, you see it and you're like, oh, I already saw this on the stream. Boom, that just deranked my video. So hook a brother up. But here we go. Let's get into this. Oh shit. Actually, let me mute myself. Anthony Templeton had a heartbreaking upbringing. Back in 2008, when he was just 5 years old, his father Bert Templeton kidnapped him from his home in Texas. Bert had a history of being violent. Between 2001 and 2002 alone, he was charged with assault 3 times, although 2 of those cases were dismissed. He had been with Anthony's mother, Linda Thompson, for 10 years, and in that period of time, Bert subjected Linda to the worst kind of violence, be it physical, emotional, or mental. Even when Anthony was a baby, Bert would hold him with one hand while abusing Linda. In 2007, Linda decided to secure a protective order against Bert. But within 2 months of getting the protective order, Bert kidnapped Anthony. Linda wouldn't see her son again for 11 years. Bert had done something like this before when Anthony was just 7 months old. He basically wanted to hurt Linda, so he took away her son, knowing full well that Linda and Anthony had already started to develop a deep bond. Over the years, Bert convinced Anthony that Linda was a junkie who wanted nothing to do with him. Bert had resettled in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and it's clear he didn't want his past coming back to haunt him. He did everything he could to keep Anthony from finding out the truth about his family back in Texas. Meanwhile, Anthony's mother and other family posted missing posters around Baton Rouge, knowing full well that Bert had family in the area. But despite their efforts, nothing came up. Anthony remained missing. Meanwhile, Bert became even more obsessive and controlling. He didn't allow Anthony to even go to school. He kept Anthony from experiencing the outside world in general. And he also started to track Anthony's movements whenever he could. At their home in Louisiana, Bert installed cameras and made sure to track Anthony on his mobile phone too. Over the many years Anthony lived with Bert, he barely made contact with the outside world. The other person who regularly featured in his life was Susan Templeton, his stepmother. Susan took over homeschooling Anthony, teaching him kindergarten topics like writing letters and basic math lessons. At the time, Anthony was already 10, so he was far behind education-wise. Susan went on to teach Anthony addition, subtraction, and multiplication. But Bert told her to stop teaching Anthony math, since he could just use a calculator anyway. And not surprisingly, Susan was also a victim of Bert's abusive and over-controlling nature. He kept track of so many things that she did. Even when the car's engine would stop, he would be notified of that on his phone. Unsurprisingly, Bert and Susan's relationship was tumultuous. In January 2019, she secured a protective order against Bert. In the process of doing so, she revealed a lot about how violent Bert was toward her. There was one time he threw a radio and space heater to the ground, then punched her. Just a month before that, he punched and knocked a tooth out of her mouth. That day, as Susan washed her wounds, Bert threatened her further, saying he would cut her into little pieces. Susan had enough of Bert. He would abuse and demean her, even throwing her wedding ring and forcing her to go find it. He controlled every aspect of her life relentlessly. He had a mobile app that he used to track everything she was doing. If Susan went grocery shopping, Bert would know how many bags she was returning home with. Sadly, nobody knew what life was like for Anthony or Susan. Bert was able to keep the secret of the hellish environment he had fostered for his wife and son. Neighbors thought he was odd, but they didn't really know the real Bert, and Bert preferred it that way. He had, after all, kidnapped his son, so the last thing he wanted was anyone snooping around and uncovering all the crimes he committed against his family. In June of 2019, Bert became suspicious of Anthony and suspected he may be keeping in touch with Susan. After everything that had transpired between Bert and Susan, the last thing he wanted was for his son to be talking to her. Bert went after Anthony, who was 17 at the time. Anthony tried everything he could to defend himself. He resorted to jumping into Bert's room where he shut the door behind him and then armed himself with a gun. And then Anthony let Bert, who was banging on the door, into the room. That's when he shot his dad 3 times, including in the head and torso. He then immediately picked up the phone and dialed 911 to fill them in on what had just happened.
Emergency.
I just killed my dad. What do I need to tell you?
So you said you just killed your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the address?
I think it's, is there any way for you to tell me? I can go check if you want.
Well, I need to make sure that's the correct address. Is it Green Moss? Green?
Grey?
It's gray? Gray?
Yeah, gray as in like, you know.
Okay.
You know
gray.
the color?
Mm-hmm. Gray Moss. And
Where Moss Avenue?
hello?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's the correct number, 17.
Yes.
Okay. And your phone number is 225. Okay, and is he still alive or?
He might be. I don't know. I think I shot him like 3 times. I think.
You shot him 3
I'm not
times?
sure how many times I hit him. I know there's blood on the floor, so I know he's at least been shot once.
Okay.
I shot 3 times at him. He's on the ground.
Okay, you shot him 3 times with a gun?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Or at least I tried to. He tried to attack me. We got into a fist fight, and I ran in his room and locked the door and grabbed the gun. And I unlocked the door, and he tried to and then I shot him.
Okay, and around what age is your father?
50-something.
Okay, 50.
Yeah, remember?
Okay.
Yes.
And are you there right now, or have you left?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. You still at your dad's house?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And what's your name?
Anthony Joseph Tomplin. P-E-M-P-L-E-T.
P-U-M-P?
T-E-M, like a temple,
Okay.
but add a T at the end.
Okay. Okay, and do you know exactly where you shot him at? The areas?
Yeah.
Where?
Excuse me?
Where?
The address I just gave you, I guess?
No, the different areas of his body.
I aimed for the head, but I might aim in the chest. I'm not quite sure. Are the cops coming? Is someone?
Yes, I have an ambulance on the way.
Okay.
Okay, sir, but I am going to transfer you over to another department. They have some additional questions to ask you, okay?
All right. Are you certain that the cops are coming to the right address? Like, I'm not 100% if I give you the exact right address.
The authorities arrived and arrested Anthony, initially charging him with second-degree murder, but the charge was later reduced to manslaughter. When his case started to garner media attention, his mother and half-sister heard about him and came to his rescue. Natasha told the news station they didn't know where Anthony was until he got arrested. She added that Anthony had been secluded and abused all these years by his own father. My brave brother had to defend himself for the last time against that evil man. As the case against Anthony wore on, a detective on the case expressed concern that Anthony didn't have any injury or bruises on him despite claiming that he had entered a fistfight with Bert. At the same time, many people were wondering how someone as violent as Bert could be roaming around free with no legal repercussions. Anthony's own legal counsel asserted that there was definitely a lot of abuse over the years. And in March of 2021, Anthony cut a deal by pleading no contest to negligent homicide. Anthony received 5 years of supervised probation with credit for the time he had already served following his arrest. Additionally, he was ordered to obtain his high school diploma, undergo counseling, and get a full-time job or enroll in school full-time. Essentially, if Anthony fulfills these conditions as laid out by the court, his record will be expunged. In the end, Anthony's lawyer felt the system had come through for Anthony, who had been given a second chance at life without his violent and oppressive father looming over him. Okay, so it sounds like, yeah, some of you had seen that. I didn't know it was a Netflix series. I don't actually even have Netflix. So, had no idea. That was the first time I'd heard about it. I'm like, don't feel bad for Bert at all. You know, I do feel bad that Anthony even had to do that. I mean, shit, I'm happy he got kind of a slap on the wrist and it will be off of his record. That's probably the best thing. But the fact that he even had to go through that. Who was that? Sherry, that is crazy. That's what I was like. You were stabbed 18 times in one day by your ex. He died in prison. I'm so glad you're okay. Holy crap. Yeah, for everyone out there who has been through DV, yeah, much love. Won't go in too many details, but yeah, I sadly been on that side as well. Christy J. Okay, I see the stories you just submitted. Thank you. Yeah, freaking. I don't want to go into much detail. It's weird having so many things, and it's about my childhood, and then even after. But still, yeah, it's definitely no joke. Shit, I remember when Y2K was, you know, that whole thing for the year 2000 kicking in, and that was fuck, dude. Let's just say I was chased with a knife that night. What was I? I forget exactly how. 13, 14, something like that. 13, I think. Yeah, I was getting chased with a knife. So that was very interesting. So, yeah, much love to everyone who's made it through. Not easy to get away from, you know. And even if you're on the receiving end, you know, it's hard to leave. Been there too. Shit. My ex-wife, I don't want to get into too many details, but came at me with a knife once. I had my ear split open with a baby bottle. Yeah, a metal bed frame, one of the ones that you actually put the bed on. We had that standing against a wall. She slammed that on me. Fucking huge black eye. Oh, man. There was one fit, like, I don't want to get into too much. There was one time she kicked a drawer closed and our pet mouse was on it and it broke its back and it was still alive. I had to go outside and kill it to put it out of its misery. Like, get away when you can. It's not exactly the easiest thing, not even just doing it wise, but emotionally too. You know, you're always drawn back. Seen it from that side as well. So, but it really does get better once you leave. Seriously. Once you get in an actual good relationship, you're like, holy shit. I stuck around through that last thing, and you're like, what the fuck? So, yeah, get some help from people in secret if you need to. Just really depends on your situation. There's really no general answer. Sometimes it is just a matter of just being able to just get out of there, which can be hard. So, yeah. We waiting long for a 999 call video. I'm not sure. I know I have a 000 call from Australia Not in this next video, but in the one after that I've already recorded. That one's from Australia. I'd have to look. I have a few scripts. I'm not really sure. Stuff your mom says. My little sis was hit by a car at 3. She was hit again and killed at 35 due to horrific childhood. I was her ma. Also never get distracted while driving. Wow, that is so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. Gets hit by at 3 and survives, and then gets hit again at 35 and dies. I'm so sorry to hear that. I know my wife's cousin, they were like really close. He got hit by a train and died. Still a lot of speculation on what happened, because he was young, but he was also in with like a kind of bad crowd, so there's speculation that maybe the kids he was with actually pushed him in front of the train or something like that. Man, I wish I could just go into more detail, but I don't want to like be giving out my wife's family's personal info. But yeah, we actually have a little memorial for him right next to my daughter's memorial in our living room. Actually, that's where our Blink 182 Funko Pops are. He really liked Blink 182, so that was the big reason we got him, so that way we could have it next to his little thing. So yeah, life is crazy. Anita says, how do you find your content? Usually just hunting around. People will send me stuff. It's pretty much just a matter of looking around. Nisi Wisi says, I'm sorry you guys had to go through that. You know, I'm sorry anyone ever has to go through it, but once you can get through it and get past it, man, get yourself in a good relationship or anything like that, and smooth sailing. You don't worry about the small things, you know. 24/7 relaxation says, I gotta go, so speak to you soon, buddy. Much respect from the UK. Much love. Yeah, I'll probably be heading off here soon too. We've been live for like hour 20 minutes. Really didn't have too many plans for today. I just know that I want to listen to a couple of those funny calls with you guys and get some ideas. I'm gonna have to look up that vicious cat 911 call, because that would be a funny video to come out with. Torin says, the video of your daughter I watched years ago and stuck with me so long I never forget. Well, I'm glad you keep it in mind. You know, that was the whole point of it, is just warn everyone. Had I had that warning, my life would be very different. I mean, who's to say where it would have went, but I think my daughter would have been, almost? She would have been 18, over 18 now? I'm old, dude. I know I'm not too old, but I just got started young, I should say. I mean, I was already had my GED, a full-time job, and my daughter on the way when I was 17. So I was busy as a kid. Yeah, I already had my own place, apartment, everything. So pretty interesting. Just still crazy to just look back on everything and how everything is a butterfly effect, because I probably wouldn't be doing YouTube had she still been alive. I would have been doing, you know, I don't even know. It's so weird to think about how just everything butterfly effects. That's the way I try to think about it, is I'm like, you know, maybe I was meant to kind of warn someone. You never know. Make that video and it warns one parent who goes and checks their stuff, and that just happened to save one child's life, and then that one child happens to do something insane that betters all of humanity. Like, I don't know. You always try to think of the positive sides, I guess, as fucked up as that sounds. I didn't see. Dixie says, too afraid to get in another relationship. Very lonely. You just gotta vet it properly. Don't force it. You know, that's what I tell a lot of people, is do things you love. Like, once you find someone, it should just come completely naturally. You shouldn't be, in my opinion, out there looking. Just do something you love. If you love going on hikes, go on hikes. You might meet someone on a hike, become friends, and then it goes from there. Now you already have something in common with each other, you know. I found my wife not even looking. Like, we met on Facebook, so kind of different, and we chatted for a long time. She knew my sisters. They were best friends in high school, and now they're still best friends, obviously. My sister loves it. She's like, oh, yeah, now you're actually my sister. So, yeah, just do something you love, you know, bowling, even just all the different things. Do something and just get out there, you know, don't force a relationship. Just do it. So that way you actually get to know someone. I know when my wife and I got together after my previous relationship, I was like, man, I'm not going through that shit again. I mean, it was to the point we'd be watching a movie and a sex scene would come on the movie and then that would start a fight. She'd get pissed off at me. Like, it was the weirdest shit ever. And couldn't really go anywhere. It'd cause a huge fight, all kinds of stuff. So when I got with my wife, when we actually finally met, and then, because we met, like I said, we started chatting on Facebook, and then we physically met months after, and then we pretty much moved in together in a different city and state and just got in some ghetto studio apartment. But first thing we did is sat down, and I was like, you know, I'm an adult, you're an adult, I'm not going to ask permission to go somewhere or anything like that. I'll tell you where I'm going to be and about the time I'll be home out of respect. Also said, you know, I'm a natural flirt, but you don't got to worry about nothing. And same with you, you know, if you're a flirt. I was, exactly what I said, because it was a saying I heard as a kid, and I'm like, that's great. It was, I don't care where you pee. I don't care where you pee. I don't care where you preheat the oven. Just come home to bake the bread, you know? And, yeah, we pretty much set the guidelines there. We both agreed with it, and it's never, yeah, it's been almost 10 years now. So, yeah, just gotta not be in a rush in a relationship, and even still make sure you're vetting the person properly. And it's never a bad idea to go into a relationship with a little money set aside if you do move in. Always have, if you can, always try to have an emergency fund set aside just for you. Like, obviously that's before marriage. Once marriage happens, that's harder to deal with. But say you guys do make the commitment to move in with each other, well, make sure you have a few thousand set aside in a different account. So that way, worst comes to worst, you're just like deuces. You know, being stuck somewhere because of money is going to be one of the, probably the hardest things for a lot of people. I think it'd be a lot easier for everyone to leave everyone if money was just never an issue. Be like, okay, later I'm going to freaking Tahiti, you know, or something like that. But yeah. Stuff your mom says, check out the menu, but always eat at home. Exactly, pretty much, yep. Hev says, your voice is soothing as a hot chocolate on a snowy day. Could listen to you for hours. Oh, much love. Well, when I get done here, you should go listen to all of my old videos then. You can listen to me for hours. Although I did sound quite different back then because I didn't have a microphone that was proper. Leanna says, always provide yourself a way out. Exactly. Even if you got to put off moving in with them, make sure you have a way out type of thing, because you want to be able to get out of there. Elkie says, I think you're a very strong person. God bless you, your maker. Oh, much love. I appreciate that. Dawn says, I have let every man I've dated know one thing. If you ever hit me, just remember one thing. You have to sleep sometime. Exactly, right? My wife got so lucky. When we got together, I was so in the habit, I'd come up to her cheek and just be like, type of thing. And she hated it. And then she got braces, so I literally couldn't do it for years. So I fell out of the habit. Now, occasionally, I'll still walk up and just sneak up behind her and just, because she'll be like, don't hit me. And I'm like, I'm hitting you, bitch. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll go ahead and end the stream. Shit, why not? Would your wife ever come on stream? I don't know about on video, probably not. She was on stream last time. She was talking when I was playing the VR. She was actually just sitting where I was. I was playing VR back here, back behind me, and she was just sitting here kind of trying to relay the chat for me. But I don't think she'll ever be on camera. I mean, if she didn't care, that'd be cool, because I could do some fun skits. Because we have some funny ass ideas. Oh my God, we'll be sitting here and come up with the most stupid shit and just be dying of laughter. And I'm just like, fuck, I wish I had more friends, you know, because that would be an amazing skit. But yeah. Lisa says, have a wonderful day. Bad bye. Thank you so much for dropping in, everyone. I really do appreciate it. And bad bye as well for everyone. But we'll be having another video coming up here soon. Just waiting on YouTube to approve it. And then, like I said, I got the next video recorded. Just going to edit that down. Going to start trying to get it going properly. like a well-oiled machine as well as we can. Also, I'm looking for some scary stories. I'd like to start narrating those every now and then as well. So if you have a scary story you'd like to submit, go ahead and email it to me at yourmaker6260@gmail.com. You can get in touch with me there because I am looking. What else? Oh yeah, if you're looking for more content from me, check me out on the Chilling app. It's a wonderful app. If you haven't tried it, you should try it. Link in the description. And shit, I guess that's it, everybody. Kim says, I was watching the VR stream, but my son made his first call from basic and I missed the rest. Absolutely, you got to take that call from basic. Yeah, it used to be, I wonder, was it still just a bunch of shouting in the back? It used to be nonstop screaming. You're just trying to scream over them. I made it here safe, blah, blah. And you don't talk to anyone for a long time. I think it's like 3 months or some shit like that. All right, everybody. Much love to y'all. If you missed the beginning of the stream, you want to check it out, go ahead. We were listening to some funny stuff, 911 calls, and going over other stuff. So, bye, everybody. Catch you in the next video or the next stream. And much love. Guten Tag. Guten Tag? Is it Guten Tag? That's how.